morning, Foggers. Good Tuesday morning. I hope everybody had a good long weekend. It's kind of gray and rainy all weekend. The sun's back out. It's a beautiful day today. It's chilly by our standards. So, what did I do? It was kind of like a roller coaster weekend. We had the two officers and the firefighter up north that were killed in a barricaded subject situation. Very tragic. Yesterday, I found out through Team South Florida, who I stay in constant contact with. They have a lot of contacts, but anyway, Suffolk County, New Jersey, has lost 3 or 4 officers in the last week to suicide. Like 2 of them in the same week, kind of back to back. We spoke about these clusters. Sometimes these clusters happen. At the end of last year, LA County had 4 just in a couple of days. Sometimes there's these clusters. It's kind of like one officer commits suicide and the other one knows or feels that it's okay, he did it or whatever. I don't know. They get distraught over the other one. I don't know what's going on. I'm really baffled at that. Which leads me, I was in contact with our doctor that we're going to interview. He's in California. He'll be back in a day or 2. And we're going to sit down. We're actually going to do it in a podcast studio so things come out a little bit better for you. As you can tell, I'm not very tech savvy. So I try to get, the message out there as best as I can. But as you can tell, I'm a little bit off today. I just feel like there's so much going on in law enforcement and the whole suicide thing. It's, I dive head into it. I went through all my struggles, but I dive head into it to get statistics and to listen to how some of these departments handle and how they describe it. And we go back to what I talked about in previous videos about shock. Everybody's in shock, and I'm not in shock. I'm not in shock. I refuse to live that lie. I'm very open and honest with you guys. I see a lot of smoke and mirrors still going on here in this county in South Florida. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you about that. And when I mean I had a roller coaster weekend, we had a good, there's a friend of mine who's a coordinator of one of the peer teams down here, and we had a small group that we met up with at his church, and it was very interesting. It was very enlightening, and sometimes you think that you're there for one person and you're kind of there for yourself, and you discover things. That's how therapy and peer counseling work. You go and you think, oh, I'm going to go and talk to this guy or mentor this guy or enlighten this guy. And it turns around and you get answers to some of the things for yourself, And it was great. It really was a very small, intimate group. And it was very enlightening for me and educational, and things that I learned bouncing things off of other people, Different age groups were there, so you get, information from more experienced people in life, and just going with a humble and open heart. And I left there and I said to myself, I'm going to present something to you guys, right? To the 3AM Fog community. This is something, again, this is us and we, and it's, this is for you and for me and for you, right? So I'm going to throw something out there, but I need to hear back from you guys. If you guys, and a couple of years ago, I was still working on the department, and I did one of these, symposium, health night, whatever you want to call it. And a lot of people showed up, and it was very informal. The doctor was there and we spoke, and people got to hear my story, and it was, a lot of good came out of that. And then, from there, it just kind of dwindled down because I was kind of on my own. I was still working, so I had to be careful what I said and when I said, and I don't have to be careful anymore. So what I'm going to throw out there for you guys, but I need to hear from you guys if you want to do it. If we get enough people, do you guys want to go, and I'll supply the location, I'll supply the food. I don't need anything from anybody. If you guys want to show up and talk, it's informal. I'm not a professional. I can ask the doctor if he wants to be there, if you guys want to, but would you guys be willing, or do you want to get together just as a group, informal, just talking, nothing formal? You don't have to talk. You can just listen. It's an idea. I just wanted to put it out there because I thought that this weekend with my friend and the small group that we had, I thought it was great, And there's no judgment, humble heart, open book. You got to remember this that I'm doing here for all of us. This is just an act of love from me. Not that I'm some great guy or whatever, but this is just, I don't want people to ever get into the situation that I've been in, right? That dark hole that we've talked about. And so that's what I bring to you guys today. If you guys want to do this, just, hey, I'm in. I would like to. And then we'll expand on it from there. If I don't hear back from people, then it's just not something you want to do. But that leads me to, the topic of today is courageousness and fear, right? As law enforcement, firefighters, because these guys these men and women go into buildings and structures that are on fire, right? And it's funny because sometimes they'll be like, man, I don't want to get shot at. And I'm like, I'm not running into a fire, but yet we would do what we were called to do, right? And together as a team, we form a brotherhood and a sisterhood that's unmatched by anybody. So, courage and fear. My question to you is, because this came up in the meeting when we were speaking to each other, is what are you scared of? Obviously you're a courageous man or woman, people, right? As a group, what are you scared of? We face the worst of humanity, right? Yet when it's something that attacks us, we're scared of what the next person's going to think. Even people that work with us, right? That know all kinds of stuff about us because we talk about it. And, what are you scared of? Are you so driven by things that happened in your childhood that that's who you believe you are? Because I keep preaching to you, you're not. And this is coming from somebody that was led to believe they were dumb and fat and all these kind of things. And I've proven the world wrong, And now I believe what I know is the truth. And so I'm asking you, what are you scared of? Who was in your life that told you that there's certain things you shouldn't talk about? The stigma and this taboo mentality about addictions and suicide, it's starting to become that the only popular cop is a dead cop. And, I'm tired of that shit, and you should be tired of it too. And is it going to take for your good friend, for your partner, to get arrested for DUI, to overdose, right, on pills because they're in pain and they didn't want to confide in you, right? They had that lack of courage that they need to just come forward. Is it going to take somebody that we know and love and work with to commit suicide? It seems like we had our previous director shoot himself and life goes on. He's got a job and everything's good and you don't hear shit about it. We're going to galas and dancing and doing our stuff and that's great. Life goes on and you should enjoy your life. I've always preached that to you, right? Life is beautiful. The sun is beautiful, right? What's it going to take for you to show some courage and to say, I don't care what the person next to me might say? And I will tell you this from experience in peer groups that I've been in and groups of addiction and all kinds of stuff that I've been in over the last 13 years, the man and woman next to you has the same issues and is thinking the same way you are. And the minute that you open your mouth, just like I've opened my mouth, everything will flow and healing will begin. And you have to receive it and accept it, right? And your soul is thirsty. And I know this because we have over 300 and something followers already from all over the country. And you know what that tells me? That you're curious about it. You have a thirst. The Bible talks about that. There's a thirst to be healed, to be who you're supposed to be and what you're supposed to be, right? And your soul, like I told you, if you could see your soul in the mirror, our souls are messed up, right? We go to the gym and do our nails and we work out and get pumped up and eat and do cardio, but our soul looks like shit because all it does is just take the beating of our brain and our heart. And so I don't want to keep harping on it, but what's keeping you from being courageous for yourself? We display courage every day for people that we don't even know, right? What's keeping you from displaying courage for yourself? What did you believe that somebody told you? That's a fucking bag of shit. and it's all a lie because the devil is a liar. I'm asking you to be, to look into yourself. Like I've always told you, search yourself, find the answer. What do you believe that you were led to believe all this time? And now you find out, if you search yourself, that's a lie. Be courageous. Do the right thing for yourself. Do the right thing for your partner and your coworker. And let's see if we can start to heal. So I wish you a warm, blessed Tuesday. Ask those questions for yourself. How can we improve our soul, right? It should be all about love. And we go back to love because love is what guides everything. And let me know whether you guys would like to get together. Informal, just all of us. Circle chairs, I'll bring the food, the snacks, whatever. And it's not going to cost a dime. And we'll get together and just, shoot the shit and heal and look for some answers and talk and be open. You don't have to talk. And just let me know if that's something you guys would want to do. And that's it. Have a happy Tuesday. I'm grateful for all of you. I love you guys. I have respect for you. But I leave you with that. Search your heart into what you were always led to believe. And be courageous. Be courageous for yourself. Your courage and all the positive things that are in life, right? The light and love and all that for your soul should start with you. You're courageous for everybody else. I'm asking you, why aren't you courageous for yourself? Okay? Think of your family. All right, God bless you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow, 3 a.m. fog.